Welcome to 108 Gates. We're doing the Divine Feminine reading. Just before we do that, letting you know the monthly readings are going up. I think there's 4 done so far. So if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the bell so that you can be notified about those. And I hope they bring some insight. So for now, we're doing the Divine Feminine reading. Divine Masculine reading is already uploaded, so you can check that out in a bit. So let's go. 10 of Swords. In those 10 of Swords, there are so many energies that are coming up and out and around of where heartbreak has happened, where there has been betrayal, where there has been deceit, lies. You may have been the one who was a part of that, or it may have been done to you. That's not for me to decide. I'm just saying what's here now. And in that process, it's actually going to be difficult to face some of these things. Now, I don't really want to come here with a woe, things are not going to a great vibe. But at the same time, we've got to have some kind of realistic optimism. These things are coming up for a reason. These things are coming up because if they are coming up for you now, because they're ripe to. If they're not coming up for you now, maybe you've done the work or you're just not ready. Either or. I don't know. You know which option is the correct one for you. You know the truth of your own path and where you're at on that path. So I'm just here doing the reading. It's a general reading. There is an email if you wanted a personal reading, but for now this is a general reading. So you've got the 10 of Swords, and in that process the stuff that comes up is going to be liberating. It's going to be refreshing on the other side of it, but it might not look like the most enticing situation or thought process or energy to explore initially. Courage and strength definitely required here, definitely pulling on the energy threads, should I say, to be able to tackle this, come to some terms with this, coming to terms with what's happened, coming to terms with how you dealt with it, coming to terms with how you want to deal with it. If you had done it in a different way, what would you have done if you had the chance to do that? So then just actually playing it out in your mind, in your, like, as a scenario. If that had happened now, I would have dealt with it this way, I would have done it that way. Finding some peace in your heart, finding some peace in your mind as to knowing that you would have and you could have dealt with things differently if it was better for you. Just so you don't keep holding on to the same negative loops, so you don't get stuck in the same lower vibe frequencies or lower vibe scenarios around these. You give yourself a chance to come up and out of it. So let's go for the next card. Wow, you really go for it. 10 of Swords and then the 9 of Swords. Like I said, it's not going to be the best, it's not going to be the easiest, but from this you will get there's a lot of alchemy allowing itself to be shown here, potential for alchemy, should I say. Page of Cups, showing the cup, just like keep pouring love onto it, keep the wounds cleansed, purified. Don't let the wounds be re-wounded if you've already healed the wounds. Let it progress, let it move forward, let yourself progress, let yourself move forward. That does mean that some things may come up to the consciousness that are not enticing. They're not the most jovial of feelings, they're not the most invigorating of feelings, but they are what they are nonetheless. So making sure that we're utilising it to the best of our ability in a way that we can progress from that, so that so that we can evolve from that. There's a lot of energies going through. Queen of Swords, you've got so many swords here on this side. It's just literally truth after truth after truth after truth after truth. Realisation, epiphany. No longer, there's going to be less and less space for self to hide from the truth. There's less and less time hiding from the truth. So as this is approaching, I'm definitely feeling those who are holding on to the illusions and delusions for whatever they possibly can, there is going to be that divide there. They are going to whiz off into one direction, and those who are able to see the truth, wanting to see the truth and be honest with self, are going to be veering off into a different direction. None of it is good or bad. It's just literally, where are we simply on our path in this moment, and how willing are we to do the next level of the work that's required of us. It's not an easy step forward. So here we go. We've got the got the Nine of Wands again, feeling battered and bruised, feeling quite victim mode. It's not that you are a victim. It's more to do with sitting there and standing there and making some realization, acknowledgement that you haven't got through this unscathed. You may have gone into some things thinking, I'm beyond this, I'm above this, I'm not going to get hurt by this, I'm not going to get impacted by this, and you've gone skipping into a situation and you did get hurt and you did get scarred, and you have come out with some battle wounds. It's what you do with those battle wounds now. It's how you approach a similar situation now from what you've learned. Have you learned what you need to learn? Or are you stuck in those energies of Ten of Swords and Nine of Swords? So the reason I'm saying, are you stuck in the Ten of Swords, is because the Nine of Swords is there. The Queen of Swords is right there saying, you can't be stuck here anymore. If I need to tell you a harsh truth, I will tell you the harsh truth. Just for your own benefit at the end of the day. It doesn't mean that it's going to come through a tarot reading. It doesn't mean it's going to come through a someone saying it. A lot of this feels like you're the one who has to say it to yourself. You're the one who has to be ready to admit it. If you are not ready to hear the truth, you're not going to hear it. People could be saying it to you constantly, and you're going to twist it, distort it as much as you need to suit yourself. Or you're going to be ready to hear it, and you're going to be able to hear it and then change what you need to change for your higher good, for the long term. So then, those of you who are doing that change for the higher good and working into the higher good, you have got the Ten of Pentacles. This is a part of the divide. It's literally, if you either listen to it and take acknowledgement of it, understand it, utilize it, then it leads you straight into the Ten of Coins space, where you get all those worthwhile things. You are bountiful. You are able to receive the rewards from your work. You're able to receive the benefit from your work. You're able to receive the benefit from taking courage and strength into those situations. It's not that it's going to go to waste, but here it just feels like the people that are stuck in this, they're either willing to do the work and going to get out, or they're not willing or able to do the work and they're going to get stuck or go backwards. It doesn't feel like there's any, and I've been saying it for a few readings now, so it's just getting more and more intense, more and more apparent that that's the directions that it's going to go. Don't lie to yourself is the only thing I can say other than that. And then on top of that, you've got a nine of coins. Interesting, you've got the Ten of Swords and then the Nine of Swords. You've got the Ten of Coins and then the Nine of Coins. It's what you're going to do with it. If you're going to keep focused on all the crap that's happened in the past, be ready to deal with having to be stuck in that mode of Nine of Swords. If you're ready to move on and get the Ten of Coins and work towards the Ten of Coins, be ready to be doing all the work necessary. It might be that you're at Nine of Coins and you're working towards the Ten of Coins, but it's there to be had, it's there to be received, it's there for you to explore. So let's get another one for here and then wrap this up. There you go. Your future is there. Past, present, future is there, informing you, looking out to the horizon, looking out to what do you want to do, looking out to where shall I go now from here. Having options. This is not having options. This is saying you need to have options. You need to bring more love into this situation. You need to bring more love into this scenario, into your consciousness, in your subconsciousness. Let the love flow. Let it dissolve all of the anguish. Then you're going to feel the flow of prosperity flow into you. Without that free flow of love, without that free flow of clarity, you can't allow prosperity to flow to you. You have to be truthful with yourself. Why I keep repeating that is actually getting quite tedious for myself, but it is what it is. I have to say what the message is, and the message is coming in so clear and strong. You have to be truthful with yourself. You have to be truthful with yourself. It's not easy. It's like getting your mind into a certain state of allowing yourself to be truthful with yourself. If you do meditate, you know what I'm talking about when I'm saying that you get yourself into a space that's open, clear, the channel's clear, the energy is clear, there's no preconceptions there, there's nothing there other than just an open space. That open space then provides the flow. That open space provides the clarity here. It provides the clarity here. How do I go forward from here? How do I get out of this situation? Bring in more clarity so I can have a free flow of love, a free flow of abundance and prosperity. Getting into that clear space. There you go, High Priestess. Get into the higher perspective of it. Stop taking it so personally. Stop thinking that the whole world is revolving around you. Stop thinking that the whole world will stop if you don't show up at this place or that place, or things aren't done the way you need it to be done. Kind of allowing other people to be and how they need to be, where they need to be, in the way they need to be, and just getting on with your own stuff. Really, really making sure that you're emotionally kind of controlling yourself before you try to control others. I don't know why it's going in so strong a direction like this. King of Pentacles, the value of that. You are not only going to be valued for your higher potential, for your full worth, but then you're also going to be able to see who is going to be working with you, working beside you, with you, collaborating with their higher value too. If you keep limiting and restricting yourself and others, or others, then you're going to get that same kind of thing coming back at you. You need to allow yourself to be free flowing so that you allow others to be free flowing around you. Certain people need that free flow. If you don't provide that space for them to flow freely, then they're not going to be coming to work with you. So this Page of Cups is really highlighting you can either go one way or the other. If you keep going towards the Swords and then to the Nine of Swords, is not the correct direction, unless you want to be stuck in that. So, Divine Feminine reading done for today. Like I said, I am doing the monthlies now, so click, tap, whatever, hit that bell button so you get informed of when your reading is up. The playlists are there, so you can check there too. And so for now, until later, peace and love.